was driving home from a general surgeon's office today, General Surgeon Mark Talbert down in Melbourne, Florida, and I just couldn't help but just have this feeling of gratitude. And why? Well, imagine being a patient who was uninsured or who has a high healthcare deductible, and you're working in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico on an oil rig, and you use Island Direct Primary Care for your primary care, but you're at work. You're in the middle of the ocean. Well, this recently happened, and my patient called me up on our telehealth platform, and I had a review of systems with him and just kind of went over all of his signs and symptoms and some of the history of his present illness. And you know, doing a physical exam is a little difficult to do using telehealth, and you know, some parts are doable but some parts aren't. And by the time we got done, it appeared that he might have had a hernia. And so I sent him to his on-board provider, who then, you know, reviewed the same things I did, and it was determined that he had a right inguinal hernia and that he needed to leave the ship. And so that evening he left the ship. The next morning he flew back to Florida. When he got here, I had already had an appointment for a CT scan to confirm that everything indeed was a hernia and there was no complications. And during that time I made one simple phone call to a general surgeon that has an independent surgical center, and he's like, "John, send him over." And so I did, and my patient had a wonderful positive experience with Dr. Talbert. Dr. Talbert scheduled surgery within 3 days, and now I'm happy to say that my patients had a great outcome, had a positive experience, and Dr. Talbert said, "Look, you know, John, this direct primary care thing is pretty cool. You know, you give same day, next day service, you do telehealth, and you're willing to go above and beyond for your patients." And I said, "You know, Dr. Talbert," I go, "one of the cool things I like about working with a general surgeon who has his own independent surgical center is the same thing." So, you know, for all these things, I'm truly grateful, and I think it's important to know that, you know, there's options out there, whether you're insured or uninsured. If you're working with a direct primary care provider, they can go above and beyond for you